If you are a photographer looking for a better website solution, then pay attention. My name is Gary Martin with RGG EDU, and I want to take you through format.com and how they are customizing a web experience and a web portfolio online specifically for photographers. Now, if you go to format.com, you can see a little bit of information. I've already pre-built a website for us that I want to take you through right now. Now, if you're familiar with building and managing your own website, the back end is very similar. It borrows a lot of the design and maintenance aesthetics of a lot of other sites. There is the pages management system, the design system, and also a navigation and site menu system that you can customize. Now, I have already pre-built one of their themes out, and if you want to get an idea of other themes that they offer, you can easily just click on Design, Explore Themes, and go through a number of themes that they've all built specifically for photographers, and more importantly, specifically for working photographers with clients, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, I have already pre-built this one, and I'm going to walk you through why we like that and why that is my current favorite design that they have. Now, you'll see here, we've built out the page with a lot of the instructors' images from our tutorials at rggedu.com. We have sports with Tim Tatter, we have portraits with Chris Knight, architecture with Tony Roseland, and so on. Now, I've customized the landing page to be my sports page, and instantly what I really like about this specific theme is our clients or whoever's looking at the website is instantly scrolling. With 2 fingers, they're going left. They can also click, and it will get to the next image and scroll that way. But instantly, they're full frame. They're taking up most of the screen that you see here. And within 8 seconds, they've seen full screen 8 to 10 of my images. Same thing with architecture with Tony Roseland. Really easily, I can see really big, a lot of the images. It loads pretty quickly, and I'm scrolling. Now, in terms of the back end, obviously this is par for course, and I want to go over a few additional features that they offer, which makes them quite a bit different and quite a bit more advantageous for photographers than, let's say, someone like Squarespace, who I've long been a proponent of. So if I go back to pages here, I'm going to take you through how easy it is to update and navigate through the pages. And I also want to talk a little bit about an additional feature of how easy it is to update my website directly from Lightroom. Now, I'll take you into the sports section. I'm going to click there. And adding an image is just as easy as clicking image and adding an image. I can drag and drop, which I really like, and I don't have to go hunt and find the file structure from my website in Finder or on a PC and find that path. I also want to show you how easy this is going to be for you to update your website with never having logged in from your website. You can do the entire thing from Lightroom. It's amazing. So if I'm in the Pages navigation system, I've already pre-built an automotive from Easton Chang of one of our tutorials, but I haven't added images to it yet. So if I click on automotive, it's actually empty. What I want to do now is add images from Lightroom. So here I've already imported a lot of the images that I want to update. And you'll notice down here under Publish Services, this is a plugin that comes for free for anyone that's using Format. So once you log in with your credentials to format.com, all of your pages show up right here, which is actually pretty nice. So if I want to add additional photos to a specific page that you saw on my current website, it's really easy to do so. I just simply highlight all the images that I want, which will be all of them, and then I drag it to automotive. And it's showing now that I have 11 images that I need to send to my website. So once I've added them to the automotive page under the Format Publisher, it's just as easy as right-clicking and going to Publish Now. Click on Publish Now, and you'll see that it's exporting just like you would normally export and batch export a set of photos, but it's actually updating the website. So once that's done, let's go ahead and check our automotive section of the website. All right, and it's that easy. They're already there in the order in which I uploaded them, and they're full screen, and I'm scrolling. So updating your website from a program like Lightroom is convenient, but that's probably not going to be enough for a lot of you to switch your current website platform. Now, something like client proofing or gallery delivery or image delivery is a problem for a lot of photographers. And if you use something like WeTransfer or Dropbox, that can kind of be a headache, but back and forth in getting your clients to either select the images they like that you then need to edit, or actually deliver finals. Let me talk to you a little bit about what Format has done and built into the back end of their website. Now you'll notice under Pages and Design, there's something called proofing. If you click on proofing, that's one of the apps that is built in and specific to Format. Now I've already built a dramatic portrait from Chris Knight's shoot, and these are actually all of the images from our tutorial with Chris Knight on dramatic portraiture. You'll notice that they have the original name, and it's basically all of the images in every single frame from that shoot. Now I have a lot of control over what I can do from here, and that's all controlled in settings. If I open up settings, I have a lot of options on what I can give and can't give to the client. First thing is you can make it private, you can make it password protected, and the cool thing about if you have it just as online, they still need an email to sign into the website once you give them the URL. Now, once the client has the URL that you've sent them for proofing, there's a few other additional options and control that you can have for your gallery. Now, a few of the big ones being showing file names, not showing file names if that's relevant to your client. Favoriting, you can turn on favoriting and turn off favoriting, so it's just as easy as allowing them to press a star button, which would then give you a notification of they've liked 6 out of the 200 images that you've sent them, and those are for you to start editing. Addition to that, you can disable image downloading or use this as a way to deliver finals or files to your clients. In addition to that, you can see if they've signed in, and you can set up notifications to see if your clients have actually viewed the files and how long they're taking to get back to you to make those selections. And another cool feature is that you can add watermarks here. You'll notice that I can go into proofing settings, and I can customize what my watermark looks like. So if you're someone that wants to have your watermark on the images and you're afraid maybe they're gonna rip off a lot of the files and you wanna protect your images, you can do that here by modifying your watermark. Now here I've just instantly put copyright 2017, but you can adjust the size, or if you have a logo, you can put that on there. But if you don't care about a watermark, then don't worry about it. So let me show you what a gallery looks like. So once they've gotten the URL and they've signed in, they have the ability to go through and put stars on the ones they like, or you'll notice here, that is the download button that you can activate for your gallery. Now, once they've gone through and they've liked, let's say, all of these photos, there's an easy way for them to filter those 8 photos, to download those photos, and let you know that they've made their final selections. This is a huge feature and convenience factor for you to consolidate a lot of the services that you might be using for proofing and file delivery all into one website. Even if you want to keep your existing website, your existing platform on how you show your work, you can use something like format.com as specifically for your client viewing and your client proofing area for file delivery. Now, in addition to the proofing area, there's another app that's built in and native to Format, and that's called the Store. Now, you'll notice that once I click on the Format app store in the back end, that it takes me to basically a landing page where I can customize my products. And these products, it's important here that you understand that it can both be a print that you're selling or actual digital files. So if you want to use this as a way to charge your clients for digital file and file delivery, you can absolutely do that. So I've already made a print section, an actual tangible product good that has shipping and tax involved in it. And it's just as simple as filling in a little bit of the information that you need. Sizes, prices, shipping costs. You can set the entire thing up in just a few minutes. And it looks like this. So my clients can kind of easily go through, navigate which products that they want to buy, what finals that they would like to purchase, and I can customize sizes and prices all from right here. This can be public or it can be a private URL. It's that easy. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is how easy it is for you to customize and build out an app on your phone with the Format app. You'll notice in the back end, there are more apps here. In addition to the Lightroom plugin, there is a Format gallery for iOS. Now, once I've logged into my phone, I can launch the Format app. Now, once I log in, the gallery pages are in the exact same format they are on my website. It's the exact same look, it's the exact same feel, and I'm instantly able to share my galleries with someone in person. It's fast, it's easy, and I have also the ability to share these images should a client want a copy of that, or I need to share an example of that gallery there. It's that easy. And the nice thing about this is you don't have to update this. It talks to your website. So if you update your website, whether that's from the Lightroom plugin or from actually the back end of format.com, it's going to automatically update your mobile portfolio on the app itself. So the mobile app is definitely the icing on the cake for format.com, but the real selling point here is that Format is really dedicated specifically for photographers and only photographers. They've built the entire back end for client proofing, for selling your work, for client file delivery, for selling products, whether they're digital or actual tangible prints. They've really thought of just about everything from the Lightroom ease of updating your website directly from a program that you're spending a lot of time in, most likely. And the ease and aesthetic of it is something you're probably going to be familiar with. You don't need to know a lot about website design, website coding. You don't see any code ever. It's very much a drag and drop feel, and everything is consolidated into one place.